Hey everybody, it's your girl Delilah Fitness, and about last night. So we're gonna start it that way. So I actually, as a lot of you know, am a fitness trainer. If you don't know, now you know. So it's funny with the internet. A lot of times with people, and they see you on the internet, especially Facebook and Instagram, people automatically think that they know you. And it's really funny because I could be walking down the street and, and Belize is pretty small, so I'm in Central America. And people will say, oh, that's the exercise girl. That's the exercise girl. So I was out the other day, and a couple of women bumped into me, which was cool. Because I was, I'm from New York, and, when you come, and I'm from Brooklyn, so you come a little closer, that's like, my antennas went up. But I have to really work on this, we're not New York type of thing. So they ask, hey, you the exercise girl, we see you on Facebook, and, wanted to ask me a couple of questions, and I was actually in the process of shopping because I had a client online. So I really couldn't answer the questions thoroughly. So what I always recommend people do is that's why I set up that 15-minute appointment, so you can set up an appointment with me and I can give you my undivided attention. It's not so much that I'm being rude, but I can't answer the question the way I want to answer it until I can sit down and just get a little bit feel about your health history. I can't do that because it would be unfair to you, and it would be unfair to your health because not everybody's body is the same. So what I tend to do with due respect to each individual is to treat them and give them my undivided attention. That's number one. So I explained to her, I think the girl was a little bit, thought I was being rude, but it wasn't that I was being rude. It was just that this is not the time because I'm actually shopping and I have a client. So the other day I was at a party, yes, social distance, and everybody was wearing a mask. And I was talking to a friend at this party. And, there's food at the party. It was a nice spread. A couple of people I knew there. So I was talking, and this one woman comes up to me, which is cool. She had a plate of food in her hand that was filled up to the max. Mac and cheese, all kind of stuff. Carbs. Some, I don't know what that was. I think it was a burrito or a taco. I don't know if it was in her plate. I don't know if it's vegan or whatever. So she came up to me. She said, I know you. You're the exercise girl. And I said, okay, yeah. And she said to me, thank you, because of you, I cut down on my meat. She basically said she was vegan. So that's cool. And I did look at her plate, and like I said, I couldn't recognize the one thing that was in a taco shell. I don't know if it was chicken in it or whatever. But I'm assuming since she said she was vegan that there was no meat in it. And you also have to understand there are so many different types of vegan. We have the avo, people who eat eggs, which I don't get. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to tell you, I don't understand it, how one person, you're vegan, but you eat eggs. Now, for me, vegan is you don't eat anything from an animal, not even honey from bees, nothing. Because I find it to be an oxymoron, a play on words. It's like friendly fire. It's like, if we're riding side by side and you shoot me and you're my partner, it wasn't friendly. I'm shot. So I don't find that to be anything friendly about it. So a lot of vegans, some of them drink milk. I personally don't drink milk. I don't, and I'm not judging other people. Some people are vegan and they'll eat a lot. They'll eat a lot of cheese. And a lot of times, and I know when I was vegan, I was at my heaviest when I was vegan because I was eating a lot of starch. That's another story. So taking you back to the event, the party, it was a very nice party. So as the woman is talking to me, she had a plate of food, and she was saying to me, thanking me that, she's reducing her consumption of meat. And when I did look at her plate, she had a lot of processed food, very much processed. So she also informed me that she was doing the intermittent fasting. Now, for those of you who don't know, unless you've been sleeping under a rock, what intermittent fasting is, it's when you don't eat 16 hours out of the day and then you consume 8 hours. Now, I got to tell you, And this is what she said to me. She said she's been doing the intermittent fasting for 2 weeks. And as I'm walking, because my sister's talking to a client, so I'm going to walk so you guys can hear me. So as she said, she started, doing the intermittent fasting for about 2 weeks. She realized that this is the heaviest that she's ever been. She actually put on weight instead of taking weight off. So what happens with people who say that they're intermittent fasting is that they won't eat 16 hours out of the day, but what they will do is eat the 8 hours. And what they do is that they consume more calories than they're burning off. Now, I don't care what kind of diet that you're doing, but if you are eating more calories than you're burning off, then you're going to put on weight. That's just the way the body works. There's no getting around it. There's no semantics. And a lot of people, when they play that intermittent fasting game, they have a tendency to put on weight because they're not consciously aware of what goes into their mouth, because they think they get a pass because they're fasting. That word fasting really gives people a pass to just throw caution into the wind. And I think it's deception. It's deceiving one from the reality. The point is that you're putting on weight because you're scarfing down food, eating more calories than you're burning. So as the woman proceeded to talk to me, she said, well, I don't understand how I'm putting on weight and I'm intermittent fasting. And I was like, well, right now, I'm at a party, I'm socializing, and this is not really the time to talk to me. So as a lot of you people know me, I don't really, when I'm socially out, I am a trainer, but then I have a personal life too. So be very, very mindful. When one comes up to me, just set up an appointment and I'll definitely put you in my schedule. But I think it's interesting when people play these games with themselves where they're like, she said she's put on weight, intermittent fasting for 2 weeks, and she's vegan. So I just want to tell you, and the reason why I'm putting this video out and I'm putting out this post is that a lot of times people have a tendency to not be 100% when it comes to the information. As far as what is out there as far as diets, and we tend to follow the latest craze. It could be Beyonce's apple cider vinegar, brown sugar, and all this other stuff. You also have to take into consideration that some people have diabetes, hypertension, and how that's going to affect your blood pressure and how that's going to affect your body. Not everybody's the same. Also, not every diet or every latest craze is for you. So you just have to be very mindful and just stick. I tend to stick with the basics. I don't get caught up in the hoopla about diets, because what happens with people, and from my experience as a trainer, is that people are going to come up to me and they're going to curse me out and say, you know what, I've been doing this and doing that and it's not working for me. And so with that being said, it may not work for you because everything is not for you. So you just have to find what works with you and stick with it. I've been in the fitness industry for over 30 years, and I've seen people lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight. I've seen people give up because they've tried so many diets that they just diet out, and they just said, F it. I'm just going to just go with this and just leave it. They kind of gave up. So what I'm trying to say is just read the fine print. It's like when you buy something, read the fine print on the bottom. If you are going to go into a diet or whatever you're going to call it, just do more research before you jump on board. Because what you're going to do with your body is your body's going to lose water, but you're not going to lose the weight. And then you're going to get so frustrated that you're going to go back to your regular program of eating what you've been eating, and then you're going to be jaded. I've been there, done that, did that didn't work for me. That's because you really didn't give it 100% chance, and you really keep jumping from diet to diet. You become a diet whore, where you're jumping from one diet to the next and really not giving your body time to adapt and just getting full information on what that entails. And educate yourself, because a lot of times, if you have discipline, you could lose it. But please, please, please take your time and just be very cautious what you put into your body, and be very cautious about fashion of diets. All right? So until next time, guys, peace, and just love yourself and enjoy your day. All right? Peace. All right. Woo. All right.